So I've spent all week in this beautiful private home on a private beach in the island of St. Martin, which is my favorite place on earth. And every time I wanted to walk out there, I had to walk past this wall, which I have dubbed the wall of empty promises and broken dreams, because that's basically what this stuff does. You know, it's fashionable, it's glamorized, it's advertised, and we're led to believe that you can only enjoy life or have a good time when you relax with friends and have a drink. And hey, and if that's your thing and it's not destructive, more power to you. I don't condemn people for it, but I just think it's kind of ironic that every day me, a recovered alcoholic, has to walk past it. Now, I'm solid enough and strong enough and like it didn't really bother me. Of course, you're like, oh, wow, I remember how good that tastes, but then I remember how destructive it was. So this was as much of a picture as could be painted of my past, which reminded me of everything that I did and how destructive it was and how much damage I caused. But yet I come out here on this beautiful patio and I look out and I basically see my future. Actually, there's people in kayaks out there if you can see it. So basically, I heard the saying once, it might have actually been a line in the movie where they say that the ocean has no memory. And one of the reasons I love sailing so much is because once you get out there and you cross the horizon and you kill the motors on the boat and the sails go up and that jib sail goes out and you can feel the wind catch that sail and it starts to pull you, you're kind of at the mercy of the wind and the water. And if you harness that power, it can give you one of the best thrilling rides of your life. For me, even more so than jumping out of an airplane. But if you don't respect the power of the wind and the water, it can kill you too. So there's that fine line between having a great experience or a deadly experience. But when you look at the ocean, all it does is it sparks your imagination of what's on the other side. Where can you go? What can I do? And for me, it's balance. I love being by water because it just helps me to recenter. Other people, have different things they like to do. But for me, I love being by water, on the water, in the water. So it's kind of like inside, I see my past. Out here, I see my future because honestly, you can go anywhere you want once you're out here. But you have to decide, do you want to stay stuck inside in your past or where you were, which it's comfortable and you know what it is, or are you going to have some faith and venture out in there knowing that it could be dangerous, it could fail, it could hurt you, but on the flip side, it could give you some of the best experiences and moments of your life. But you have to make that choice whether you're going to stay in or get out of your comfort zone. They say, ships are safest in the harbor, but a ship isn't designed to stay in the harbor. It's designed to sail and get out there and do, to do its thing. But throughout life, you can't just stay out there. You have to come back inside and you're going to be reminded, you're going to be tempted. There's even going to be people that encourage you to stay in your comfort zone of like, why would you want to do that? Stay here, stay with us, do what you want to do. But you can still see that that's out there and that's really where you want to go. So then you start to doubt yourself. You start to question your abilities. Do I have what I need? And it's that fear. It's that fear of unknown. It's that fear of failure. It's that fear of being judged by other people that usually keeps us from even starting, let alone following through and finishing. And, I've been here for about a week and I've done a lot of soul searching, a lot of reflecting, a lot of recharging, did a lot of journaling, did a lot of meditating, did a lot of reading, got my workouts in, spent time with my kids. And, I'm excited. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to get back to work. I have some new ideas, some new things I want to start that I want to try outside of my business. I'm curious, or not curious, I'm anxious to get back to my training because I'm curious to see if I can actually pull off a full Ironman, 104.6 miles. So I have a lot of things, I have a lot of goals that I want to do. And I know a lot of people will go on vacation to escape life and then they get sad because they don't want to go home and they just want to stay. But the way I look at it is this reminds me that places like this do exist and you can take trips. You just do what you have to do and you can go anywhere you want, whenever you want. But that takes discipline and habits and persistence, and you got to do what needs to be done for you to get the time off, to get the money to afford it, And that's all choice. That's what it comes down to. But it is about figuring out your priorities and what you want. And that's one of the biggest problems that I personally believe people have is nobody takes the time to actually sit down and figure out what they want, let alone how to get it. People just settle into life and say, well, this is my life. This is what I have. This is what I have to do. This is my reality. And maybe a lot of that is true. But at some point, I think people just use it as an excuse too. Now, of course, we have limitations. Maybe it's money, maybe it's health, obligations or whatever. But there's a lot more we could be doing. So, I would encourage you, take some time, do some evaluation and look and see, maybe what's inside of you, what's holding you back, what is it you want to try that you haven't. And, you don't have to figure it all out. Just take one step in the direction that you want to go. And, don't be sad when you leave places like this. Be excited to come back to what your life is and realize that you can implement some changes if that's what you want. And then you just book your next trip and come back. That's why I'm never sad when I leave a place like this, because I know I'm going to come back and, providing good health and all that kind of stuff. But, don't be envious. Don't be jealous of other people. Pay attention to yourself. Do what you need to do for you. And the worst thing we can do is listen to the opinions of others, especially if they don't share the same beliefs that we do. You pay attention to yourself, you dig in, and keeping the outside noise is so important because, don't listen to people who haven't done what you're looking to do or have what you want to have or anything like that. So I guess I just kind of wanted to say this is my last day here, getting ready to head home, that even in a beautiful paradise like this, I'm tempted by my past every day, and I'm reminded of my unlimited future the same time. And it's a constant in and out in the choice. Do I want to stay in there where I know I may not like in there, but at least I know what's in there and who I thought I was in there? Or do I want to come out here and figure out where can I go and who can I be? And that's the internal battles that we have each and every day. And those are the battles I want to encourage you to dig down and stay persistent and consistent and fight those battles. So I hope this resonated with somebody. I hope you're okay with my my messy hair. So, I said, I believe in authenticity. This is me sitting outside having a coffee and just having a thought. And I wanted to share it before I lost it. So whatever you do today, do it to the best of your ability. Figure out what you want. You don't have to figure it all out, but just take your first step in the direction you want to go and let life happen. Enjoy it. Have a great day.